Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. This video I'm going to have to be relatively quick. With this warm weather, I'm having to run the fan and the humidifier on and off, and I can't film with that lot going. So it's just really an update on the weekend. That's one of the more pleasant weekends I think we've had together. Weather was kind to us. We had some cloudy spells, which when you're doing work outside is quite handy. And we had some sunny spells. For the first time ever, there was an event that's never happened before in this garden. With a glass of cold wine and Hannah with her cold fruit juice that she likes, we both sat out in the sunshine on the bench. That's never happened here before. That was nice. Would have been nice if Mojo joined us, but he was sound asleep in here somewhere. Yeah. And he's not outside this morning. He's decided to stay in today, so he's up on the bed, I think. Anyway, it was a working weekend, effectively, interrupted by some very nice food. The diet went out the window. My weigh-in, didn't get that done yesterday. My weigh-in this morning, my weekly weigh-in, I've lost £1. Guilty. And I bet it would have been £2 or £3, except for the weekend we've just had. Probably gained, put some back on. We had Hannah's favourite meal, which is, we call it a tuna bake. Basically it's a concoction. So it's a couple of tins of tuna chunks, which is, we always have the tuna chunks in sunflower oil. So you've got an oily fish and some plant oil as well, so this is all good stuff for me and my, looking after me heart and everything, me blood pressure and whatnot. And then a lot of mayo, which is eggs basically. I get the light mayo, so it's less heavy, you know what I mean, and lots of black pepper. That all gets mushed up together, and then cook some pasta shells. The shells are important because they hold things once you drain the water out. So you cook the pasta, strain and drain, put the pasta back in the saucepan and put the tuna and mayo mush in with it and stir it all in and warm it up, and then that goes in a baking dish, which then goes in my halogen oven to warm right through, and then grated cheese on the top, and the thing that makes it, quite honestly, I know it sounds daft, but it does, crunched up salt and vinegar crisps sprinkled on the top and then crisped under the, effectively the radiant grill. That's Hannah's favourite meal here, so we had that. And I had a couple of glasses of wine. It's a weekend. As I said, bang goes the diet this weekend right out the window. And then yesterday for breakfast we had hash browns, fried eggs and baked beans. So we had we don't call it breakfast really, it's brunch because it's like 11 o'clock. Then for our Sunday meal, basically, before I ran Hannah home, we had beef bourguignon with carrots and peas. So bang went the diet this weekend, and I don't care, Hannah only comes down sort of once a month, and it's good to see her and share the workload. Now the workload in the garden is effectively a pre-summer tidy up, and apart from a couple of jobs left, not much, there is nothing else to do now till the autumn. Yeah, so this was a combined effort. Some things we actually did together, some things you go and do that bit, I'll go and do this bit. But the video of that is already posted on the other channel. So on Roger's Gardening and Bonsai channel, there is a new video going around the garden and chatting about all the work we've done. And it's basically an early summer or summer update of what the garden looks like, how the plants are growing, how things are coming on, things that have come into flower. We even had a little visitor while I was filming. Yes, so that's on the other channel. It would be appreciated if I get some views over there. It'd be nice if you popped across and had a look at that. And if you're not subscribed, it would be nice if you did that while you're over there. And if you're not subscribed here, it would be nice if you did it here as well. Don't forget the old thumbs up. It's an easy habit to forget. Is that if you watch a video, unless you bail straight out and you just don't like it, if you've watched a fair bit of it, then, you know, treat the creator to the fact that you've watched the video. And the fact that you stayed with it, do the old thumbs up. It helps the creators' channels. So don't forget the old thumbs up. It's appreciated, all these little gestures. It's good stuff. And generally speaking, thanks for the support for both of my channels, whether it's the monetary support, which is great, or watching the videos, leaving comments, all that stuff keeps the channels going. I mean, the gardening channel is never going to rocket and catch up with this one by any means, but it ticks over nicely, so I'm pleased with it. So yes, I've now got a garden where I'm starting to go outside with my morning coffee. Yeah, because there have been a lot of times where I look at the garden and I try not to, because all I see is lots of jobs to do. And the only big jobs left are jobs I can't do at the moment until I've had my assessments and everything, which is this Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to that, aren't I? I need that. But yeah, I've got two appointments, one after the other, on Wednesday morning. I'll be there for 9:10, and then the next one's at 9:45, straight after. And at that point I should know properly what's up, and more importantly the plan. What's going to happen? What are we doing about it? Nothing to something to, well, anyway, but at least we find out. So that should all happen then, and I get that over and done with. Yes, so at the moment the orchids, it's keeping up with the watering. We're going through a warm spell, so the temperatures are up outside, as well as having a fair old bit of sunshine around, which heats this place up. Just the sun on the roof doesn't necessarily get to really high temperatures out here. It depends on what's the other side of the glass as well. And at the moment the outside temperatures are climbing up, you know. They're calling it a heat wave. 3 days of sunshine and we're in a heat wave. Cobblers. They haven't even hit 30 yet. There's people trying to put up with 45 and 50. We won't be silly pre-30. It's just warm. It's called summer. It's what it's supposed to do. You panic. But yes, with the outside temperatures higher, the temperature in here is that couple of degrees more with the same amount of sunshine. So having to switch the humidifier on and off at regular intervals. I can't leave it on. Oh, don't know whether I said. I use the thermostat. The fan and the heater are connected to the thermostat. So I wind the thermostat up to like 35, something silly, which switches it on. And then I turn the heater off. So that leaves the fan running. Yeah, and it'll run all day until I change the thermostat back to the night setting. But the humidifier I just turn on and off manually when I see it dropping down a bit. But the first time I actually used the thermostat to actually fire up the fan, I forgot to turn the heater off. And I put the humidifier on, I went away and did something else, and when I came out here it was 32 degrees and 98% humidity. And I walked out the door, whoosh, couldn't see a thing, the glasses instantly misted up. All the windows were streaming and everything, it was terrible. We won't do that again with any luck. First thing I thought of was not I can't see because of my glasses, it was how much did that cost? What a waste of energy. Still, there we go. Can't live life with no mistakes. It'd probably just be boring if you did that. So yeah, I'm not sort of filming orchidy stuff today as such. I just wanted to sort of touch base and say what we did over the weekend. Had some nice food, some nice relaxing time. Watched some of the Isle of Wight festival on the telly. It's, you know, you're getting old when the headline act you either hadn't heard of, or you just sort of think, who the hell wants to watch that? Yeah, I'm getting old. Yeah, I mean, basically one of the headline acts I hadn't heard of. It was that bad. And then when I heard one of their songs, I thought, oh, I know that song, but you know, yeah. Yeah. There were. You think there were days when you'd have the Who or Hendrix or Zeppelin or, you know, proper bands, big bands. In some cases bands that are still going as well. Not like some of the also-rans, come and go. Flyby nights. Ugh. Anyway, that'll do for today. As I said, one of the main reasons for this video, I know it says it's all cheating a bit, I suppose you could say, but was to actually, you know, mention to everybody on this channel about the video on the other channel. Because I appreciate most of the people that follow me are here for the Orchid Channel and have been for quite some time. In some cases, people have been with me since the start of the channel, which is a lot of years ago now, which is greatly appreciated. But then I've got quite a lot of new people as well that might not even know I've got a second channel, you know, so that was the idea today. No new blooms to show you or anything, not at the moment, not since we last looked anyway. Yes, I have a few more repots to do, which I will risk, but I'm not repotting stuff in this very warm weather where I've got very high temperatures out here. The shock of the repot, which I do as gentle as I can, with excessive heat is not a good idea. Try and do your repots when everything's gentle, which is why most people recommend spring. I recommend when it's the right time for the orchid, unless you're going to put it in jeopardy by a problem with temperatures or something. You know, I mean, if you're going through a really cold spell and you're struggling to keep your temperatures up, that's not a good time to put an orchid under stress by repotting it. And it's the same with the heat as well. So that's why spring is advised, and in the main is probably a better time than most other times. But I always say, you know, when you're going to get your new root system, get it in a new pot, with those few exceptions. Right, so that's it. Nothing much coming up in the way of shows, not till 4 weeks time when we'll be off to Burnham's. Spend the day at Burnham's so I can film. There's orchid displays there from orchid societies, there's the nursery itself, and whatever else is in Orchid Paradise that's going on. Have a look at the fish in the pond and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, nice day out. Nothing until then. So we're back to normal. Normal service will be resumed. Let's put it that way. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by.